Hi, this is Doug Frankish with a Camtasia tutorial on how to import documents from Google Drive into Explain Everything. So we're going to begin by hopefully having a document already created in Explain Everything. So if we open that app, that'll begin us or get us started. And then we're also going to need to access Google Drive. So what we're going to do, because we don't want to import the entire document, we're just going to look to import sections at a time. We're going to go back to the home key, so we're going to tap this twice, and when you do that, if you already had Google Drive open, you'll see that this comes up already, and then you can maneuver back and forth between the Explain Everything app and Google Drive. If you didn't already have Google Drive open, then if you just return to your home button, and then you can tap that once and then again tap into Google Drive this way, and it'll be accessible that way too. So the first thing I need to do is find the text that I want to. So I'm going to scroll down and say that this is the first part that I want, and I'm going to want to include just this first paragraph. So what I'm going to do is actually tap on the word good or somewhere in that section, and you'll see the keyboard comes up, and that's okay. Next I'm going to tap twice quickly, and you'll see that this blue highlighter comes up. I can then just use the circles, the blue circles, to extend down to the area that I would like. And when I'm finished with that, then you can see I let go and it gives me these options. So I'm going to say that I would like this to be copied. So I'm going to make that choice. And now it's done. So this is a section I've got, and now I need to get back into Explain Everything. So I'm going to go back to this home key again and double tap that, and then make the choice to move into the Explain Everything app. Now, my screen is empty, so I want to add text, so I'm going to use the A here, and you'll see that after I select that, I need to tap into the screen. And once I'm into the screen, then I'm going to tap in this box again, and I'm going to tap just once, and the option for paste will come up. So all I need to do is make that selection, and you'll see that the words appear. Now, I'm going to get rid of the keyboard for a minute here by using this button, because you can see that the text is way too big for this section. So I'm just going to slide this over, and then with the blue arrows, I'm going to pull that apart and just slide over and try to see how wide I can make this, because I'm going to want to try to get as much text in here. I'm going to bring the arrows up, and now I can see that I've got my text to fit the page. The problem is that if I want to add an illustration or an image, I need to do something about the size of this. So I'm going to click the green arrow up at the top, and then after I've done that, I can just use my two fingers and I can pinch the screen to make the words to make them a little smaller. So I did that, and I'm going to slide it over to this side. But the thing is I still am not happy with the way this looks, because I would like to have it stretched out along the bottom. So I'm going to bring it up, and then I'm going to tap again twice to bring my text box up. I'm going to hide the keyboard again, and then I'm going to use those blue arrows to try to stretch this out a little bit further so that it goes wider across the screen. That looks better to me, and so now again I can press the green check mark, and with two fingers I can slide this down, and I can still play with the size a little bit and do my best to align the text so that it looks like I'd like it to. Now, if I want to continue with this, and I want to, after I create my illustration or bring in my image, I'm going to need another page. So in order to do that, you might see down here, or notice down here, that I'm at slide number 1 of 1. So if I'd like another slide, then I need to add one, and that can be done by tapping this button up here with the plus sign. So when you do that, you might notice now that my words are gone, and I have 2 slides of 2. And if I tap right in the middle of that, I can see the 2 slides. This is an overview of what I've got so far. And if I click off of that, and I can also go between the 2 slides with the arrows, so I can see what I've got before and then click on the other arrow for this. So I would complete the same exact activity that I did before. I would just head back to this home button twice, select Google Drive, go through, find the section that I'd like to bring in, and I'm just going to repeat the process until I've got all the text in there exactly where I'd like it, and then I can continue on with my my story or whatever it is that you're trying to implement into your document for Explain Everything. So I hope that helps, that you find it useful, and good luck with importing text from Google Drive into your Explain Everything app.